Alright guys, so we're back at it again with another Wi-Fi battle here against my boy Holmes. I met him in a Discord server today, and so this is kind of like a mixed tier battle. Normally we both kind of don't mess with that Smogon shit, so we kind of just brought basically, I want to say lower tier mons per se, like lower power, lower tier mons, things like that. And kind of just, like a do whatever you want type thing. So I lead off with the Steelix, and he switches into his Crobat. What my original intention was to switch into my Spiritomb to make him waste his Fake Out. But I think that he wanted to save that because it really wouldn't do much to a Steelix especially. And so he's gonna U-turn out and go into his Kingdra. Now I was going to burn the Crobat or the Ambipom if he brought it back in. Well, whatever came in, I'm not really too sure. I just wanted to status something. And so I figured he would be going for a focus energy, so I'm pretty much using this opportunity to do as much damage as I can to make sure that I take it out as quickly as possible. So he does get up the focus energy, and one thing that I did forget was that normally these carry the ability Sniper. Also, yeah, it was pretty unfortunate that that muddy water missed, because it would have did hella damage to me. Probably Oko, I'm not sure. But the thing is that because I forgot that Sniper was an ability, yeah, my boy goes down here. So that's the end of shooting Doji for this one. Shoot 10. Yeah, he's gonna be left at like 1 HP, and I think I pretty much outspeeded anyways. So I do go for the Ice Punch just in case he wants to bring the Crobat back in. But he brings in his... Dude, I totally forgot what that was. But he calls it Floret. It evolves from Floet. Oh, Florges. Okay. But yeah, it's unfortunate. He totally gets frozen there. I didn't want to stay in because I was not trying to deal with a Giga Drain. And so knowing Medicham can take a Giga Drain, I was going to send it in and then Mega Evolve it there on that turn. But he does switch out into his Crobat once more. And here I'm pretty much just getting off a Fake Out. Does a good amount of damage. I think this might be a little bulky though, as it progressed through the game, or is it just that Steelix is beta in terms of strength? But yeah, I didn't know that he was packing the Super Fang, and I feel like he caught me on that switch. And he's gonna taunt me because I was totally gonna go for rocks here, so that was a good play on his part. He's gonna withdraw his Crobat and send out his Donphan. So I go for the Heavy Slam, just wanting to get off as much damage as possible, but it does little to nothing to the Donphan with its horrendous attack stat. Horrendously big attack stat, that is to say. But oh my goodness, something was like tickling my nose. But so I switched into the Emolga because Steelix was looking a little bit low after taking that Super Fang, and even though Steelix has a really high defense stat, I didn't want it to take more damage than it needed to, so I switched out into the Emolga. And so I switched back into the Floatzel because I didn't want to take an Ice Shard or anything. I wanted to keep my Emolga as healthy as possible. But in all honesty, I really don't care for entry hazards. Like, I mean, I'll totally use them, but as far as them being on my field, I know that they're a common thing, so I try to limit I try to limit how much damage they're really doing to my team in the back. So I kind of just play with them half the time. I don't really bring a defogger because a lot of the time I'm perfectly fine, even though it still would be nice to have though, because you know residual damage is always bad. But anyway, so I do catch him on the switch. That was kind of a 50-50 thing there, because if he did wake up, well no, not if he woke up, but if he thawed out on that turn, I was pretty much going for either poisoning the Dawn Fan or toxicking him. Because Fortress is a bulky mod, and I do not want the bulky mods to stay in much longer. So I switch in my Emolga, take some rocks damage, and then switch it back out. Again, because I don't want to take an Ice Shard with it. Emolga is super fragile, and that is baby. So I would be sad if the little guy KO'd. So my Float Soul, I was pretty much just gonna go for an Ice Punch, and he just sacks off his Kingdra here. He's gonna go into his Magnetric. I figure it's gonna be Mega Magnetric, but he does double out back into the Florges. I had switched into my Emolga expecting a Thunderbolt or a Volt Switch so I can get my Motor Drive off, because I have Baton Pass on this set. So I'm gonna let the little guy do some damage here, taking some risk while he is frozen. So in my mind I felt like a cunt because freeze and flinch, so yeah. But I'm going to get out of here just in case he wakes up, because I don't want to take a Moonblast to the face or anything. So I bring in Torterra, which is one of my favorite mons here, and he actually is still frozen. So I probably could have just took him out with the Emolga, but I didn't want to risk it because I needed him later. So I'm gonna Leech Seed because I had expected him to go into something else. Maybe the Dawn Fan, maybe the Magnetric, but he doesn't. He's just sacking it off here. And so I go for the Curse in case he wants to bring his Dawn Fan in or his Ambipom. So yeah, to my luck, he does bring his Ambipom in, and he fakes me out, boosted with the normal gem, but it really doesn't do that much because +1 defense and whatnot. I think I have a lot of defensive investment on this one anyways, defense, HP, and special defense. But he goes for the Power Up Punch, and I go for the Razor Leaf. Normally this set, normally I usually get up to like +2 or +3 with this set, and Razor Leaf starts like catching bodies, but I probably should have had the Earthquake or the Seed Bomb to do more damage for the stab, because Razor Leaf only doing half, that's not really good enough because this is kind of a threat. And so I thought I would live at +2 defense, but I don't know if it was a roll, but I think I probably died because it was more so technician boosted. But anyways, I kind of like, I was okay with letting it go down. And so I bring my Medicham back in. He's gonna send in his Dawn Fan back in here, and I do get the fake out off, just a little extra damage. Oh my goodness, my nose is killing me, yo. And so I go for the high jump kick. I should have expected it to KO because Mega Medicham is kind of OP, but yeah. And I'm gonna switch out because I don't want to take a fake out with him. So I throw my Steelix back in, and he does go for the fake out, which does like literally nothing. So he's gonna send in his Crobat. And here I was pretty much ready to kill the Ambipom, so I was ready to spam Heavy Slam to my heart's content. Unfortunately, he has the Mago Berry, so it restores his health over half. We could have KO'd the next turn, but the berry was there, and so I do avoid the Super Fang. This has been a very hacks game. And so I almost KO. He literally lives on like, I don't know, I think that's like 3 or 4 HP. Maybe 2. But he ends up getting the Super Fang off. But I do KO him with the Heavy Slam here. Steelix is like one of my favorite Pokemon, yo. It is so sexy. Like, man. So he finally brings his Magnetric back in, and so expecting a flamethrower, I sent in my Floatzel to take it, because here I was gonna go for a do or die setup. And I was hoping the flamethrower wouldn't kill, because I know that Magnetric special attack is still like hella high, so like it'd be killing stuff at like good ranges. And so I switch my Emolga back in, expecting the Thunderbolt. And my son here has fulfilled his purpose. So now we're gonna go for the Baton Pass. And I'm gonna send in my Mega Medicham. So now we're at +1 speed. And so we get the fake out, and it actually crits, so it does like over half. And my guy forfeits here. I think Ambipom could have 1v1'd it with fake out. Well, I don't think fake out would kill unless it got a crit. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed that battle, go ahead and leave a thumbs up, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.